Hello boys and girls. I seem to have some helpers today, but we'll see how they get on. I've been looking forward to Christmas and I've been enjoying the last couple of weeks finding out about the perfect promise in the Old Testament. The people were waiting for the Messiah to come, and we know that Jesus is the Messiah that came and that he would be the perfect king, and that's what we found out about last week, the perfect king. And these verses are in the Old Testament, especially Isaiah. It tells us about, it told the people in the Old Testament what would happen. And we're really fortunate because we already know that Jesus was the Messiah and Jesus is going to be the King of Kings, and we can worship the perfect King. So today's reading is in Isaiah again, Isaiah chapter 11, and see if you can understand the verses that talk about the perfect kingdom. A small tree will begin to grow from the stump of Jesse. That branch will grow from Jesse's roots. The Lord's Spirit will always be with that new king to give him wisdom, understanding, guidance, and power. The Spirit will help him to know and respect the Lord. He will find joy in obeying the Lord. This king will not judge people by the way things look. He will not judge by listening to rumours. He will judge the poor fairly and honestly. He will be fair when he decides what to do for the poor of the land. He will give the command with his mouth, and those evil people will be slain. Goodness and fairness will be like a belt he wears around his waist. And now we start the bit about the perfect kingdom. Then wolves will live at peace with lambs, and leopards will lie down in peace with young goats. Calves, lions, and bulls will all live together in peace. A little child could lead them. Bears and cattle will eat together in peace and will not hurt each other. Lions will eat hay like cattle. Even snakes will not hurt people. People will stop hurting each other. People on my holy mountain will not want to destroy things because they will know the Lord. The world will be full of knowledge about him, like the sea is full of water. Now, at the start, it seemed as if I was talking about a tree, a stump, a branch, and roots. And then you would have heard Jesse. Jesse was a man in the Old Testament. He was David's father, and David was the boy that killed Goliath, and David became king, chosen by God. And the people were waiting for a new king, the perfect king. And it seemed as if it was impossible, just like a new tree can't grow out of a dead stump. Then the next verses talk about the perfect king. We spoke about that last week. And then the perfect kingdom. And there's other verses in the Bible that help us know what the kingdom is going to be like. It says that there will be no more war, no more illness, no more disease, no more death, no more crying. Everything will be perfect. And I've actually got a sheet that you'll get this week. It looks a bit like a Christmas bauble. I think everybody knows I really like Christmas baubles. And in the circle, you could draw your idea of a perfect kingdom, or the things that you've heard in the Bible about the perfect kingdom. And then you'll also receive this sheet, which you might kind of recognise from last week, because I actually like to think about the perfect king. It's exciting to think about the perfect kingdom. I love thinking about Jesus and how perfect he is, and his name that we had learned about last week: Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, all these wonderful things. And you can see there's one missing. And here it is. I made a little Christmas decoration for the Prince of Peace, and you can do that for yourself. And sometimes I make Christmas tags out of old Christmas cards, so you can make your own. And I wonder if you can work out what it's going to say. K. Oh, I've got T more. I'll leave you to work it out. But you might want to make these decorations and hang them up at Christmas time so that you can remember the story about the Messiah, Jesus, who would save people from their sin, Emmanuel, God with us, and that Jesus will be the perfect King, and all people will worship him. But especially it would be really nice if you remember this verse on Christmas Day. Maybe you've been learning it, and if not, you could keep learning it, couldn't you, and remember it. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace.